The rain tapped against the white glass windows of the Kim mansion. The house was silent, lifeless, like the marriage it held within. Wyan stood by the dining table, her hands nervously brushing against the edge of her apron. Dinner was set, the food still steamy, yet the chair across from her remained empty. The clock ticked 9:15 p.m. Her heart dropped when the front door opened, followed by the sound of slow, heavy footsteps. Taehyung walked in, his tie loosened, hair slightly messy from work. His tall figure looked powerful, but his expression, cold, detached, made the room feel colder than the rain outside. Wyan's voice came out softly. Wyan, dinner is ready. Taeyang didn't even look at her. He walked straight to the fridge, poured himself a glass of water, and sat down, scrolling through his phone instead of acknowledging her words. Wyan, I made your favorite tonight. Gobbly stew. Taeyang, without lifting his eyes. I already ate at the office. Wyan, oh, you could have told me. Taeyang finally looked at her, but his gaze was sharp distance. Taeyang, I didn't know I had to report every single thing I do. His words sliced through the air. Wyan looked down at the untouched food. Wyan, I was not asking for a report. I just wanted to share dinner with you. We are married, Taeyang. He gave a bitter chuckle, setting his phone down. Taeyang, married? Yes. But don't expect me to play happy husband every evening. It is not possible, Marnie. Her chest ached. This was not the man she thought she'd spend forever with. Wyan. Then what am I here for, Taeyang? Just to stand in this house like furniture? Taeyang leaned back in his chair, crossing his arms. Taeyang, if that's how you feel, maybe you should stop expecting so much. The room was dark except for the faint glow of the lamp on Taeyang's side. He lay in bed scrolling through work emails while Wyan sat at the edge, her back facing him. Wyan, you don't talk to me anymore. You come home late. You don't eat with me. You barely look at me. Taeyang, I'm tired. Work drains me. Is not it that enough? I provide for you. Why? Providing is not the same as loving, Taeyang. The sudden rise in her voice made him glance at her brows frowning. Taeyang, keep your voice down. Don't start drama over small things. Wyan's eyes welled up. Why small things? Is my loneliness a single thing to you? Is my marriage just something to check off your list? Silence. He didn't answer. Instead, he turned off the lamp and lay down. His back facing her was louder than an insult. Wine beat her lips so hard it almost bled. She wanted to scream, to shake him, to ask why he even married her if he could not love her. But all she could do was whisper into the darkness words he didn't bother to hate. Why I miss him, Taeyang. The following weekend, they attended a business dinner hosted by Taeyang's company. Wyan dressed beautifully, hoping maybe tonight he would notice her, but the entire evening he didn't introduce her to anyone. He barely acknowledged her presence. When the colleague asked, "Is this your bride?" Taehyung gave a curt nod and went back to his discussion about profits and shares. No hand on her back, no smile, no warmth. Wine posed a smile for appearances, but inside her heart was cracking piece by piece. But the night, as they drove home, she could not hold it anymore. Wine, do you realize how embarrassing it was tonight? Standing there like some stranger when I'm a wife. Taeyang, I didn't think it mattered. Why it matters to me, Taeyang? It matters because I want to feel like I am more than a shadow in her life. For the first time he glanced at her, but his gaze was unreadable. Taeyang, stop being dramatic. Why? Stop calling my feelings dramatic. I'm not asking for luxury or gifts. I just want you. His jaw clenched, knuckles tightening on the steering wheel, but he said nothing. The silence in the car was suffocating. Wine turned her head to the face to the window, tears trickling silently as the city lights blurred past. In that moment, she realized his coldness was not just a phase; it was breaking her piece by piece. In the morning after the dinner, the mansion was quiet again. The only sounds were the soft clings of cutlery as men set the table. She had woken early, cooked breakfast, and even ironed Taehyung's shirt. But he didn't came downstairs. Instead, she heard the faint sound of him on the phone on his study. His deep voice was calm, polite, so different from how he spoke to her. Damn. Yes, I will be there at 10. No, don't worry, I will handle everything. There was a soft knock. Chuckle. One he really gave up. Something inside her snapped. She pushed the door open. Damn, Ryan, you never laugh like that with me. Damn, looked up, stuttered for a second before his expression hardened. Damn, do you always eavesdrop? Eavesdrop, huh? Ryan, you laugh for your colleagues, your clients, even strangers, but for me, nothing, not even a smile. Damn, not this again, Ryan. Ryan, Taehyung, I'm your wife. Do you even understand how it feels to be invisible in your own marriage? Then don't exaggerate. Ryan's eyes filled with tears, but her voice grew louder. Exaggerate? Do you even know the last time you asked me how my day was? The last time you touched my hand? The last time you looked at me like I mattered? The room fell silent. Taehyung stared at her, jaw clenched, as if he wanted to say something but didn't. Ryan, you don't even realize what you are losing, do you? Ryan sat on the bed, staring at her reflection in the mirror. Her eyes were certain some time when Taehyung finally entered the room, loosening his tie. She didn't greet him, she didn't even move. Do you want a divorce? His eyes snapped to her, sharp and piercing. Taehyung, what did you just say? Ryan, if you can't love me, if you can't even try, then maybe we should stop this before it destroys both of us. Trying to force is not a word you throw around carelessly. And carelessly? Taehyung, I have spent nights crying alone in a bed we are supposed to share. I have smiled through your cold silence. I have defended you to people who ask why you don't look at me like a husband should. Do you think this is easy for me? Taehyung ran a hand through his hair, visibly restless. So you think leaving will fix everything? Fine. At least I will stop feeling like I'm married to a ghost. Her words hit him like a slap for the first time. Taehyung's expression fluttered, hurt flashing in his eyes, but it was gone too quickly, replaced by his mask of indifference. Taehyung, if that's what you want, do what you want. Do what you want. Ryan's heart shattered. She had hoped just a little that he would stop her, but that he would fight for her. But instead, his words felt like confirmation. She grabbed a small bag from the wardrobe, shoving a few clothes inside. Taehyung didn't move. He just stood there, watching with cool eyes. Ryan, I will stay at my friend's place for a while. Maybe you will finally notice what it feels like when I'm gone. She walked past him, her shoulder brushing against his arm. For a second, she felt his fingers stretch as if he wanted to reach out, but he didn't. The sound of the door closing echoed through the mansion, leaving Taehyung in suffocating silence. One sat curled up on the couch, her best friend, Yoonji, handling her a mug of tea. Yoonji, you should have left him sooner. I don't know how you tolerated that coldness for so long. Why? Because I loved him, Yoonji. I kept hoping he would change, hoping he would see me. Yoonji, loving someone should not hurt this much. And then why does my heart still ache for him, even after everything? Her phone buzzed. It was a text. Don't stay out too long. She stared at the message, her hand trembling. Not come back, not I miss you, not I'm sorry, just another cold and commanding line. I can't live like this anymore. The mansion felt emptier than even without Ryan's presence. For 3 days, Ryan came home to silence. The dining table bare, the bedroom untouched, the air heavy with the absence. He had always thought he needed peace, space, routine, but now the silence clawed at him. Her laughter, her soft footsteps, her gentle humming in the kitchen gone. Taehyung sat in his study, staring at his phone. He had typed a dozen messages but deleted them all. He didn't know how to say I miss you when he had spent months pretending not to. Ryan sat with her laptop open, but she had not typed a word in hours. Her mind kept drifting back to back to the mansion. She replayed his words. If that's what you want, do what you want. They cut deeper than any knife, but what haunted her more was his silence when he walked away. Myunji, you're thinking about him again. Ryan, I thought leaving would make me feel free, but instead it feels like I left a part of myself behind. Her phone buzzed again. This time it was not a text, it was a call. Kim Taehyung. After a long pause, Ryan, hello? Yeah. Come home. Ryan, is that an order again? Taehyung, no. It's actually a request. Ryan entered the house slowly, her bag slung over her shoulder. Taehyung was waiting in the living room, still in his office shirt. His tie discarded, his expression unreadable. The tension was suffocating. Ryan, what do you want, Taehyung? Taehyung, I want to talk. Ryan, talk? Now you want to talk? After months of silence, after humiliating me in the public, after treating me like I'm nothing. Taehyung, I know I was cold. Ryan, cold? Taehyung, you froze me out of my own marriage. Do you even know what that did to me? Taehyung, I know I hurt you. Then why? Why you marry me if you were only going to push me away? Damn, because I was scared. Scared? Of what?